Hey guys, today we're going to explain why you should start your business earlier rather than later and how we did it and all the benefits of starting out earlier.
Yes, so we started our service business. It's a junk removal service, junk police, when we were 17. So we just started out right out of high school. We were kind of weighed out with the options of do we want to go to college, and basically we knew we wanted to start a business. So we were going to do it 4 years later with student debt, or we were going to get started right away. So we got started. Now we have that business has been around for 2.5 years. We have another demolition company as well, and everything has been moving pretty good. And there's been definitely a lot of benefits that we realized that came out of us starting out so young.
A big misconception everyone has is you need a lot of money to start a business. You need some crazy amount of time. But really, the best way to get started is by doing it on the side, having a main source of income somewhere else, or going 2 feet forward and just putting everything you can into the business. But we started out of high school, senior year. Nick had his license and had a pickup truck, and we started putting ads on Craigslist, offering moving services and just simple work we could do with the pickup truck that someone couldn't do, like moving an item they bought or something. And that was at 17 years old. We were making great money for our age, and we ended up actually applying, going to college, our county college, and we were there for about 2 weeks. We were getting phone calls while we were in our accounting class, and our teacher actually separated us for talking about that. And when we thought about that, we said, why are we going to school for a business degree when the teachers that are teaching us aren't allowing us to pursue the business that we're trying to start as of that moment? So we dropped out of college and we just started going at it. It started with $300 that we saved up from buying and selling stuff, his pickup truck. We got some marketing going, and mostly on Craigslist actually. And we went from there, and it's been amazing.
Yeah, and a huge part of how well it's went is from the gate. We've basically been able to just devote all of our time to it. We weren't having to work like a second job while we were doing that. We were just kind of using all the money, keeping what we had to do what we had to do, and then the rest all goes back in the business. So we've just been steadily building it, and definitely a big advantage that we started young, and it just allowed us to scale a lot faster.
Yeah, so why you're going to want to start as young as you possibly can is obviously the main reason is that you don't have as much responsibilities. You don't have a mortgage, you don't have kids, you don't have a lot of things that you have to pay for later in life. And you always got to take more risk when you're younger. Everyone will tell you that because you have more time to fail. You have more time to get back up and start something else, and just figure it out as you go. Starting young, it's like there's so many different reasons for it, but like if you don't have obligations, responsibilities, that kind of stuff, and you could take the risk that you want to take, if that's something that you're willing to do for the rest of your life or build off of, you should get it started as soon as possible because there's no reason not to.
Yeah, and if you make that choice at 17, 18, 19, even like early 20s, you could run the whole business and you could even fail multiple times, and you still have, by the time you fail a couple times, you'll still be ahead of everybody else and you'll be good to go, because when you fail, then you just get to learn everything, and then by the time you're 25, 26, you know exactly what you have to do and wouldn't make the same mistakes twice.
Yeah, so whether you're 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, whatever, anywhere in that age range, you probably could go and get, maybe not like 14, 15, 16, but go get like a minimum wage job. Maybe you can make $10 an hour. Maybe you could do something like that. But with this, it actually unlocks like the capacity of your income. So you'll be able to make a lot more money earlier. So it could fund your business to grow even bigger. And if you wanted, you could work at like a chain restaurant, something like that, make minimum wage, save up money, and then start your business. But then you're starting later, and you were only able to make X amount of money to start that business. But if you started this business now, just put more time and effort into it, then your income is going to gradually increase, and then you're going to be able to build off that and scale. So like if you're young right now, you think maybe it's not possible for you to run a business. It's very easy. A lot of people don't realize how easy it is to start, get started, and then grow from there. So you just got to get started as soon as possible.
Yeah, and a huge advantage that anyone in the age group that we're really talking to right now has is in the market that we're in, at least in our business like area, home services and construction. That industry is really a lot older, and they don't know about like all this online advertising like a lot of you guys just even grow up like learning just from seeing YouTube and whatnot. So you can basically take that and implement it into your business, and that will help you scale so much faster because you'll have your online presence if you do your everything right, like a website, Facebook, Instagram, and have all those things going. That's things that businesses that have been around for 30, 40 years still don't even have because they just don't understand it.
Yeah, at our age, we had access to technology from the beginning. We were born in 1999. We're two millennial entrepreneurs, but we're really post-millennial, Gen X, whatever. But we've had technology from the beginning of time. So even people younger than us, in like the 16-year-old like age group, you guys know technology even better than us. So you have access to YouTube, the internet, everything, and it makes everything so much easier. And we could see that we'll bypass companies that have started way before us because we have access to information a lot quicker. We could go on YouTube, figure out how to do stuff. We could go on the internet and really quickly figure out our problems. So you really got to use that tool to your advantage, especially over older companies with older owners that really don't understand as much as we do.
Yeah, and like 20, 30 years ago, it might have made sense. Most people would think, oh, I want to start a business one day. So you might have to go to college because you have to learn about it. Nowadays, if you can learn everything on Google, YouTube, I mean, there's really not too many questions that can't be answered. So if you're wondering, oh, like I want to start a business, but I don't know how to start, if you're watching this video, that's already one step. And obviously there's many other creators out there that are putting out good content for you to look at.
Yeah, of course. And another like advantage that a lot of people don't think of is starting young. A lot of people want to help you. They see that you have some ambition and you want to do something big or whatever. You want to get something started for your own. And a lot of people like that. A lot of our customers like that we're a younger company. And you just can't mix up people that want to help you with people that want to take advantage of you, because as being younger, there is a lot of people out there that will try to take advantage of you, and you just got to stay strong, realize when that's happening, and just not let it happen. Do your best to avoid it.
Yeah, there's definitely a couple challenges with starting young compared to when you're older. Just for a couple things for us, like for us to travel to another state to do business, we had to be 21 years old to drive our truck over the bridge. Mm-hmm. And there's just many other restrictions that, like our insurance is always higher, and it might be a little weird when you start to hire employees if they're older than you. But all those things are things that you're just gonna have to go through, and it's really just worth it in the long run. They're little humps that just most of them just go away with time anyway. So.
Yep. Yeah. So basically, what you want to do is when you're in that age group, you want to pick something that you want to do. Maybe something that you're not going to be miserable doing for every day for the next couple years or a year or so. There's plenty of home service businesses that you could get into. We chose junk removal and transition that into demolition as well, and we've had great success with that. There's also like power washing, painting, all those kinds of home services. So if you have any experience or you're interested in any of those, that's a good place to start. Besides that, you could always do an online business. If you're better with the computer stuff online, all that kind of stuff, then I highly recommend online business because you can do everything from home. There's so many social media marketing and Google ads. There's so many ads agencies, things that you could do. You can start a Shopify store, create your own brand. All those kinds of things are also great ideas, but you want to get started as early as possible so you don't have responsibilities that are going to restrict you from doing what you want to do.
Yeah, and one thing to clarify basically about what we mean and what we're doing with a home service business, we're not talking about just starting a painting business and then being a painter for the rest of your life. We're talking about a systemized service business. There's many other things you could read about it. We're going to have other videos on it. But basically, it's just setting up a system or a business where customers will call you, you price up the jobs, and you're able to send employees to go do the work for you at a lower cost. It's a pretty simple concept, but basically you don't work on the actual site, and you just are kind of the middleman for getting the work done, and that's what we're really planning on doing, like many other big companies.
Yeah, and a separate subject from this, we actually made another video on it, is when you're presented with the option of going to college or not going to college. And that's a whole completely different subject that we touched on. But briefly, we believe that if you get to start 4 years ahead without responsibilities, and you have 4 years to make a higher income or a more comfortable income, more comfortable lifestyle set up for further in the future, you have 4 years to get there, because everyone goes to college for 4 years, whether you get your associates for 2 years, whatever, for 4 years. You got 4 years to do that. In 4 years from starting a business to this, you could do so much that you don't even understand. We didn't understand. We didn't really know too much of how we were getting into it. We kind of jumped in and we said we're going to figure it out as we go. And of course, we ran into some challenges, fines, big things, more stuff we'll get into. But it was definitely worth it in the beginning to do that. Pretty much, we're going to want you guys to get out there, get started as early as possible, get your foot in the door, start learning how you're going to grow your business, how you're going to start your business, and get a move on it, especially in a time like now when you're able to do so. You want to start learning on YouTube, maybe watch our other videos, watch other people's videos that talk about entrepreneurship and that kind of stuff. And you're really going to want to get started now and grow quicker for the future.
Yeah. So just get out there and do it. That's pretty much going to wrap everything up for this video. We are going to be posting, as you could probably see, we're a new YouTube channel. We only have a couple videos, but we're going to be posting a lot of videos, like a couple videos a day. So just stay tuned. We're going to have a lot more coming up, and thank you.